Hey everyone, welcome to the demo scene for the giant worm pack PBR. Now this is a giant worm for scale. I just want to point out that this would be about 6 feet tall, I believe. Total length of the worm is over 15 feet long, so humans would be right here. So he's a giant worm indeed. We've got different lighting setups so you can see what it would look like in various lighting conditions. This is inside with point lights, colored point lights, and a spotlight. Doesn't work too well on such a giant creature, but we'll stick with the daytime lighting for now. Let's first talk about the texture sets. Now the textures are 100% customizable, meaning you can adjust them in the editor, add dirt down here, change the color, change the reflectiveness, how rough it is, and all that. There's a lot you can do with it. I do suggest people create their own, but if you do not want to, you can use the default textures that I've created for you, and you can just bring these into your game and use them right away. I do though suggest that you play with it. I mean, just for no other reason, the colors to make it your own to match your game. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. So let's go ahead and check out the animations now, or let's do the body parts. So we have these body parts here. On the back row has 2 rows of spikes that you can turn on and off, tentacles in the mouth, and the carapace on top of the head. That way you can create a worm that's, while scary, not quite as scary as one with the carapace on or the spikes. So there's a lot you can do with that to make different levels of monsters. And the blend shapes. So this is mesh morphing. We use blend shapes, non-animated blend shapes, to enable mesh morphing, which is pretty cool. These can be saved as prefabs. They can be coded and randomized at runtime. You can code them to let players create their own. You can even save them as preset files, which are just text files that can be loaded through our scripts. So it's kind of like prefabs, but a little bit more dynamic. You save each object. So with just sliders in the inspector, there's options for just sliders as well. You can change all these things. Just teeth size, make it a little longer. Teeth length, longer. The teeth size is thickness. You can change the mouth size, right there. Neck size, smaller as well. Neck width. You see how it comes up on the neck a little bit. The carapace size. This actually goes for a more spiky look. Let me start the rotation a little bit here. So we've got the length of the spikes, number 1. These are separated into 2 sets, and the size, if you want to make it thicker. And you could do the same with spikes 2. So you can bring, one up, one down, or you can bring them both down. Of course, mixing this with the ability to turn them on and off is very helpful. And we've got the tentacles length for the mouth, and the size as well, and the head height. So that could be combined with carapace size. Well, now the rotation is not helping us out. Alright, so with carapace size, the head height can be worked together. Really, this should probably be called carapace spikes. That's okay. So you can work those together. There's a lot you can do with this stuff. And we'll do the music in a second. Now, all the animations are included with full audio, so you may hear some audio as well. The audio script has some things like the idle sound and some other sounds here. Let's see, make sure. There you go. So let's check out the animations. So this is a disappear animation. Let's see. And we've got the appear animation. Particles are included. Let's check those out again. Disappear. And appear. We've got the idle break animation. Pay attention to the stretching of the neck and all that. We've got some great stuff there. Let me bring these back down to where I think they were before. So we've got 2 dot hits to be like got hit kind of on the body. This one's got hit on the head. So his reaction's going to be different based on that. We have a block animation, which is one that's a looped middle, so it's just being looped here. And then when you're done blocking, bring it back up. Attack here, there's a chomp attack. Attack 2. This one's really funny, it goes all the way around in a big circle. Attack 3. So in this one he just goes back and forth. Maybe the particles are included. Computer's slow today. Cast 1, this is just straight up. Now this one was actually created by me. I believe it's just 2 of the animations spliced together. And the death end. There you go. So there's a lot of animations you can use here. And now let's talk about the music. So music is included, and here's the default sound. I'll just let it play for a little bit. So the music is set up in I think 18 layers for this one. It's about 2 minutes long, and it does loop. And it's called They Surround Us, and it's this high energy battle-like music for the whole 2 minutes with a nice subtle melody and some great rhythm to it. So this is the default composer's mix. If you want, you can actually control this in the Unity audio mixer. Real quick while I They Surround Us right here. Literally just click the edit and play mode, create a new snapshot. Each snapshot is a version of the sound, and you just drag these up and down to change the volume levels. You can also add effects and stuff, and then you've got as many versions as you want. So I'm gonna just click through all of these. There's 9 alternate versions, and I'll just click through one at a time and play maybe about 10-15 seconds of each. So this last version is much different from the default. Let me switch back to the default and then back to this version again. With the 18 different layers, if you take some down, you can actually create very different sounds. Like Let's let the loop happen. This is the loop right here. So this one, Alt 7 here, it's got the took out the horns, but we still have this chorus going in there, so it's much more ethereal compared to the others. And Alt 9 is very simplistic. It's still got the rhythm and the depth to it, but it's doesn't have so much energy. And that snare drum has been removed. The snare drum that's a constant, very quick rhythm. So there's a lot you can do with the music to create sounds that really match your game and your levels. And really, oftentimes, one of these songs with so many different layers can create a plethora of different sounds that all sound like each other, but different enough that they could be different songs. Maybe for instance, every level has a slightly different battle sound that's all based from this default. So, if you have any questions, let me know. And this package is now complete. It's got blend shapes, texture customization, sound effects, music, concept art, and it's an amazing character. So if you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day. Thanks.